and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing our brand new set Joy to the Woods and its awesome coordinating dies. I love this set for the holidays and for all year round too because those birch trees are awesome. So let's go ahead and stamp it out. So first I'm going to stamp out the birch trees, which are my favorite part of the set. And when I stamp these out, I like to lay them on my work surface and then pick them up with the block. And that's so that I make sure they're going on really straight onto my block, and that way they will line up with the dies. And I love that there's two styles, so you can combine these birch trees in different ways to create really cool forests. Here is the sweet fox from this set, and a great little bird. We have this fun chipmunk or squirrel, and this great log that helps set the scene. Here is a little hill stamp which you can stamp behind your birch trees, and what I love about it is you could stamp it once or you can continue to stamp it, creating a really long hill across your project. Next we have these great little footprint stamps, and they look so cool in snow across your card. I love stamping them in gray to just look like little light footprints left over in the snow. Here we have a fun little birdhouse, some great holly, a wonderful star, and some fantastic ornaments. I love all of these shapes and styles, and they're great for holiday cards for sure. Then we have this great little bow stamp, which you can see looks really great on top of the ornaments, an acorn, a little heart, which looks really fun inside the ornaments, a leaf, and a little snowflake to help set the scenes. I love these little stamps here. They look like little glow things, and they're fun to put around the ornaments or in the sky. And then we have a great little chain to hang the ornaments from the birch trees. We also have some wonderful sentiments in this set. We have joyful wishes and Merry Christmas. And last but not least, we have this great exclamation point that you can add to the end of your sentiments. So now let's add some fun Copic marker coloring to these images. This is the way that I love to color these birch trees. I just add little random spots of darker gray. I love using warm grays for these. And you can see I just blend those dark colors out. And then I go ahead and add an even darker color on top of those spots. Blend it out with my medium color, and then go over the whole thing with my light color again. And you can see by doing this, it really gives it a great natural look. The random spots really make it look like it's a tree in the forest. Another way to color these birch trees is to just add those darker lines all along the lines in the stamp, and that looks really cool too. Here I'm using a silver Wink of Stella pen to fill in all of the tops of the ornaments. And then I'm going to use a white gel pen in the corner to add a little shine mark to the ornaments. And you can see just by adding that nice little white line, it really makes the ornaments look three-dimensional. And here's a look at all of these colored images. I love seeing them with some bright, fun color. Here are the coordinating dies for this set, and all you have to do is just bend them apart at those little tabs and separate them all. And one of my favorite dies from this set is the die for the birch tree, and that's because it cuts in between the two birch trees too. It looks so cool. So I'm going to go ahead and line up all the dies with my stamped images and hold them in place with some low tack tape, and then run them through my die cut machine. And here you'll see what that birch tree die looks like when you take it out of the die there. I just love the spacing between the trees. It's going to look really, really cool on projects. And then here is a look at all of the die cut images from this set. That little bow, once it's die cut, looks really cute on top of the ornaments. So now I'm going to work on creating the card for this set, and I have 2 standard size card pieces here of white cardstock, and I'm just going to decide where I think my hill will look good. Then I'll die cut it, and now I have one little hill for the front of my card. Now I want to keep adding snowy hills to this, so I like to lay my hill down and then place the other die where I think might look nice, tape it in place, and then run it through my die cut machine. And now I have 2 hills that when layered on top of each other look really nice. And so I'm going to do that just one more time and get a third really steep hill there to put behind the other 2 hills. And so you'll see once I line them up how nice they look, and they're really going to set the scene for these birch trees. Next, I want to add some cool blue to my card, and this is an idea that I got from my friend Nancy. And so what I'm going to do is just take this little finger dauber here, pick up some of that tumbled glass distress ink, and just start at the bottom there where I know it's going to be covered. Those hills are going to go right there, and then just slowly sponge on that ink really lightly, because I want it to look like the sky almost goes blue to white, like that really wintry sky. And so I'm using 3 colors, the faded jeans, broken china, and tumbled glass. And you can see that really cool sky as it comes up from behind the hills. And so I'll keep laying the hills on top and then adding more color until it looks perfect. Now that my sky is all done, I can start to adhere my hills. So this first hill, I'm just going to use some tape runner and adhere it directly to the card. And then I'm going to start placing all of my elements, because I'm not quite sure how I want everything to go. So I'm going to keep kind of playing around with it, putting things where I'd want them, what I think is going to look nice. And then I take a picture with my phone, because I always forget where I liked it. So once I have that picture with the phone, I'm not worried about removing my layers anymore. And now I can start adhering my trees and my hills in order. You can adhere the trees hanging off the edge of the card and kind of giving them different heights. It's really going to give your forest a really cool look, and then you can just cut those edges off later. So this is one of my things that I like to do when I want some dimension but not as much as foam adhesive. I just roll up little glue dots and then stick them to my piece, and you'll see when I put this down, it's just a little bit of dimension but not too much. So I'm going to layer that over those trees, and now I can lay another birch tree on top of that snowy hill. And I used some glue dots so that it would be at the same level as that hill. And then now I'll use some foam adhesive for the last hill, and it's really going to give the card a ton of dimension this way. And once I have that last hill, I can do the same thing with my last tree. Just add some foam adhesive to it so that it's at the same level as my hill. I can stamp my greeting. Make sure my tree is in place. And then I can go ahead and start adding all of my elements. I just love these little ornaments. So I'll go ahead and adhere down the first one. And then I wanted to have a little chain here, but I thought it might be kind of hard to stamp because I already glued down the tree. So I'm just using a silver pen and just drawing in my own little dotted lines. And then I'm going to double up on foam adhesive for my fox so that he is the element that's most in the front and center. And then I can go ahead and adhere my last ornaments down. I'm going to use a glue dot under that branch just to kind of mash it down on the base of the card so it really looks like that little chain is coming out of that branch. And then I can adhere my little ornament. And then I decided to use some nice purple cardstock to back the card. I thought it looked really, really cool with that purple ornament. It's really nice and rich. And then I'm going to use my clear Wink of Stella pen to add glitter to the hills and also the area, that blue coming out of the hills, which I think looks really magical. And so here you can see all of that nice glitter and shine. I just love it. I thought it would be fun to create a card with this set for fall. I love that this set can be used for a lot of seasons. So I used my hillside die just to cut out a piece of just typing paper here. And I'm going to do the same idea with the tumbled glass and the foam dauber just to create a little hill there and some nice blue glow coming out of the ground. I love that this set, even though it was intended for the holidays, can be used for all different seasons depending on what stamp sets you combine it with. So I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of fall colored inks, and I'm going to stamp this little leaf from the Sweater Weather stamp set and create a hill filled with fall leaves. Then I went ahead and laid out my elements and stamped this great hello, also from the Sweater Weather stamp set. And now I wanted to stamp some leaves falling from the sky, just imagining that there's a blanket of leaves up where we can't see them on the card and they're all coming down. And I thought it would just be a really great fall scene. So I'll just stamp a few more leaves just to fill that sky up. And then I decided to color the log to match the trees. Kristen at our office was like, gosh, where's that brown log coming from? So I decided to color in that log in a different way. And then that way, that little chipmunk is going to stand out better too. He won't blend in with the log so much. And then I can go ahead and adhere my panel on one of our new walnut wood grain note cards. I love these note cards for quick cards like this. And I can go ahead and just start adding all of these elements. Glue my cute little chipmunk to the log and then use some foam adhesive on both the bird and the chipmunk just to give them a little extra something. And then we've made a cute little fall card with the same exact stamp set. So this is Joy to the Woods. I love this set. Those birch trees are my favorite. I know I'm going to use them all year round, and the coordinating dies make it so easy. You can make great holiday cards like that or fall cards like this one, and all of the elements are so much fun to add and decorate your scenes with. So I cannot wait to see what you guys create with this set. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Bye!